When can I buy marijuana legally? The initiative allows the Washington State Liquor Control Board (WSLCB) until December 1st, 2013 to write the rules or implementation details of the new system. Because of the WSLCB is building the system from seed to sale, it will likely the full year to complete the rules. We estimate that the initial licenses for producers, marijuana growers may be available mid-year 2013 and the marijuana retailers in late 2013. What is a license? How do I get it? Why can I get it? I502 creates three separate tiers: marijuana producer, marijuana processor, and marijuana retailer. Currently, the WSLCB is working to define what the qualifications and requirements for each license will be. The best way to keep up to date on the process is to register for email notification on the WSLCB website, www.liq.wa.gov. How much does a license cost? I502 establishes a license application fee of $250 and a $1,000 renewal fee for each of the three licenses: marijuana producer, marijuana processor, and marijuana retailer. Can I hold all three license types? Having all three licenses is not permitted under I502. A licensee may hold both a producer and a processor license simultaneously. The initiative does not allow a producer to also be a retailer or a processor to also be a retailer. How many licenses will be issued? I502 directs the LCB work with OFM to determine the maximum number of outlets, space, populations, and access to the product. Those numbers could decrease or increase depending on a variety of factors. This type of system does not exist anywhere, so it is not possible to today predict the number of licenses. With a limited amount of licenses, how will you determine who will receive them? The WSLCB presently has several available options to distribute license opportunities, such as a lottery or other format, but it is still too early to say how they will be allocated. Visit our website for the latest announcements on licensing. Can a current farm just convert its crop to marijuana? Rules and regulations defining how a producer licensee must legally operate have yet to be decided. Marijuana remains illegal for those under age 21 and must be purchased in a state-licensed retail store. So converting a crop to marijuana will require a producer license and undoubtedly some way to safeguard the crop from theft. Can I grow my own marijuana now? Can I sell my homegrown marijuana? Homegrown marijuana for recreational use as well as sale is illegal. Recreational use marijuana must be purchased from a state-licensed retailer. Retail stores. Are there restrictions on where I can set up a store? You cannot set up a store within 1,000 feet of any elementary or secondary school, playground, recreation center or facility, child care center, public park, public transit center, library or game arcade that allows minors to enter. Local authorities will also be notified and have an opportunity to object. Will the retail outlets be run by the state? Stores will be licensed and regulated by the WSLCB, but will be private sector businesses. Can I incorporate marijuana sales into my existing business? No, the initiative is clear that retail outlets may only sell marijuana-infused products, and marijuana paraphernalia. Can customers smoke in a retail store? No. On-premise consumption is not allowed under Initiative 502. Are there any restrictions on advertising? Retailers are limited to one 1,600 square inch sign bearing their business trade name. They cannot put products on display to the general public, such as through window fronts. No licensee can advertise marijuana infused product in any form or through any medium whatsoever within 1,000 feet of school grounds, playgrounds, childcare, public parks, libraries, or game arcades that allows minors to enter. Also, you can't advertise on public transit vehicles, shelters, or on any publicly owned or operated property. Will non-Washington residents be able to purchase marijuana? This topic is not addressed in I502 and is something to be decided through the WSLCB rule-making process. I502 is clear that marijuana products are to be consumed in Washington. Public safety criminal. No, the WSLCB is a licensing and regulatory agency and does not handle criminal prosecutions. What will the WSLCB do to ensure public safety, especially preventing minor access by minors? Public safety is central to the WSLCB mission, as expected by the voters. The rules we create will include minimums for security, preventing minors' access to marijuana and other provisions. Educating retailers and preventing minors' access to alcohol is an important part of our enforcement work today. Something similar for marijuana sales is likely. What is the DUI provision? The initiative sets a per se DUI limit for Delta 9 THC levels at greater than or equal to 5 nanograms per millimeter of blood. 5 nanogram milliliter. State and local law enforcement agencies are tasked with enforcing the DUI limit. Since it's illegal to possess marijuana December 6th, but there will not be licensed retailers from which to purchase it until 2013, cannot still be arrested for possession. I502 decriminalizes marijuana possession and use in Washington State for those age 21 and older, and who possess any combination of 1 ounce of marijuana, 16 ounces of marijuana in solid forms, or 72 ounces in liquid form. The Seattle Police Department wrote a frequently asked questions document that addresses how its officers will be handling marijuana possession going forward. Each jurisdiction may be handling it differently, so it's important to check with local law enforcement on how to proceed. Cannot still be drug tested now that marijuana is legal. I502 does not address the topic of drug testing, but it is our understanding that employers may still conduct drug testing at their discretion. Since marijuana is illegal under federal law, institutions that receive federal funds will still be subject to mandated testing. Organizations such as the NFL and NBA have issued statements that marijuana consumption is a violation of their conduct private policy, and they intend to continue testing for it. The initiative says, I cannot consume marijuana in public. What is the definition in public? Initiative 502 states that it is unlawful to openly consume a package of marijuana or marijuana-infused product in view of the general public. Can marijuana purchased legally in Washington be transferred to other states? No marijuana and marijuana products are to be consumed in Washington State. Federal government. What is the federal government going to do? How the federal government will respond to Initiative 502 and Colorado's Amendment 64 is presently unknown. Governor Gregoire met with Deputy Attorney General James Cole on November 13 to seek clarification, but the Department of Justice is still reviewing both Washington and Colorado's legalization laws and has not made a decision regarding their course of action. The governor's office is maintaining an open dialogue with the federal government, and the WSLCB is moving forward to carry out the expectations of the agency under the new law. Since marijuana is legal in Washington State, can the federal government still prosecute me? Yes, I502 does not preempt federal law. Recently, Washington State residents involved in marijuana production, retailing could still be subject to prosecution in the federal government if the federal government chooses to do so. Can the federal government confiscate my assets? Yes, confiscation of assets is one of the enforcement tactics available to federal authorities. What about industrial hemp? Does this create a new market for a hemp product? No. I-502 is focused on legalizing recreational use of marijuana. I-502 modifies the definition of marijuana to include only cannabis greater than 0.3% THC concentration. Cannabis under this limit, industrial hemp, is not treated as recreational marijuana. WSLCB hiring. Will you be hiring after the passage of Initiative 502? Yes. The task of regulating an entirely new system is a big one, and the agency will have to expand to meet those challenges. We are estimating about 35 hires, mostly in licensing and enforcement. How can I apply for a job with WSLCB? All job openings will be posted on the careers section of our website. The actual application process is done through careers.wa.gov. Visit their website and fill out your profile in advance so you are ready when opportunities become available. Does the WSLCB drug test new employees? The WSLB does not drug test administrative staff at the time of hiring. However, we do test potential enforcement staff for drugs, including marijuana. The WSLCB is a drug-free workplace. All employees are expected to not be impaired at work. Should a reasonable suspicion arise that an employee is impaired, that person may be tested. I am an expert in the field of marijuana. How can I be involved in the process? Our rulemaking system is a public process, so we will be engaging citizens along the way. Like hiring, the best way to keep up to date on the process is to register for email notifications. We will be sending out timelines and requests for public comment using email. WSLCB is also likely to issue a request for proposal (RFP) and/or request for qualification (RFQ) to help provide expertise in certain areas. For example, a person or organization to consult with on the marijuana plant or product. Consult with on the marijuana plant or product itself, providing reliable consumption data, etc. Financial. What is retail marijuana going to cost? OFM's physical impact statement places a price estimate of a $3 per gram producer price, a $6 per gram processor price, and a pre-tax $12 per gram average retail purchase price. How much tax revenue will I-502 generate? Estimated range were between $0 and $2 billion during the first 5 years. Without knowing what the market will look like or what the federal reaction will be, it is not presently possible to accurately gauge the total amount of revenue produced. How is it going to be taxed? The initiative applies a 25% excise tax on each level of the system, producer to a processor to a retailer, and a retailer to a consumer. In addition, B&O taxes on the production and local retail taxes, sales taxes apply. I-502 tax rates are too high. Can you lower them? The tax structure for I-502 is prescriptive in the initiative and has become law with its passing. WSLCB officials do not have the authority to change the taxes that were voted for by the public. A change to the tax structure would have to come from the legislature. During the first 2 years, a change to the initiative would require a 2/3 majority. Medical marijuana. No, I-502 does not address medical marijuana. The state does not currently license or regulate medical marijuana outlets. I-502 does not change how or where they operate. Can medical marijuana patients continue to cooperatively grow? I-502 is silent on medical marijuana. Is it true that the WSLCB is just going to license current medical marijuana outlets to retail marijuana? No. Who will be licensed to retail marijuana is not yet known, because the licensing rules and regulations have yet to be established. And this time, any information to the contrary should be treated as conjecture and rumor. As information regarding retail licenses becomes available, it will be posted to our website and via our email notification system. Where can I learn more about medical marijuana? The Washington State Department of Health has information about medical marijuana on its website. Here, Will the Washington State Liquor Control Board be changing its name? Presently, there are no plans to change the agency's name. Any change would have to come from the state legislature, and that is a low priority at the moment.